Good afternoon again. Basically, I'll just give you a brief on what I am. Basically, I'm a managing director of Raghu. Vamsi he has already told. I also am a CEO of Skanda Aerospace. I've taken over Raghu Vamsi at the age of 23. It was all of a sudden. I mean, it was a difficult times then. We used to manufacture parts for HAL. Now we are doing it for international aerospace customers. My idea in this particular presentation is to give my points, my helps, and my experiences to all the SMEs who are trying to get into international aerospace. Basically, we have a joint venture with a Spanish company called ITP. It's a subsidiary of Rolls-Royce. We manufacture engine components there. So in this presentation, I'll give you a brief on what global aerospace looks like, what is a supply chain overview, what are the advantages and disadvantages of supplying to global aerospace industry. In India, what are the growth drivers and what are the challenges for SMEs? What are the key requirements SMEs have to follow to supply to global OEMs? So coming to the aerospace industry global market, the size is pretty huge. The value is almost 706 billion only in 2014. The number of units, that is the aircrafts manufactured, are close to 8,600. So this is a huge market. Coming to the top 20 aerospace companies, we have Boeing, Airbus, a lot of different companies. Boeing and Airbus together control more than 50% of the market. This industry is growing. I mean, we know that population is growing, air traffic is growing, so a lot of people are buying aircrafts. If you see large aircrafts in 2013 to 2032, it's growing year by year. So there's a lot of opportunity for this industry. This slide gives you what are the orders and what is the production that is being made. So you can clearly see the difference. The orders are much higher than production, so there's a gap, and SMEs can try to get into international aerospace market where they'll get good business. So coming to supply chain, this is a typical supply chain diagram where it shows how the OEM is and where the small guys can go up the value chain. That is, the OEMs manufacture the aircrafts and the engines. Examples are Boeing, Airbus. Then you have tier 1 system integrators where they innovate, they try to create some products, then they sell to OEMs. Companies like Rockwell Collins, L3 Communications, all these come under tier 1. Then you have tier 2s where subsystems are being built either through innovation or through build to print. And then we come in as in the small SMEs where we manufacture make to print. Then we have tier 4 who supply raw material and special processes. This is a typical Boeing 787 supply chain. How it looks is this is for 787 where they literally actually outsource mostly the whole of the aircraft. They integrate in-house, however, most of it is outsourced. It's outsourced in US, Canada, Australia, Japan. Some we manufacture in India when it comes to components. So this is a very big market, and as an SME, please be into it. So who is our competition? When we compare India to outside world, Mexico is leading us in terms of investments. They have put a lot of investment into aerospace manufacturing. China is ahead of us, USA of course, Russia. So we have to put a lot of industry infrastructure to catch up the competition. Competitiveness, what are we good at and what are we not, so that we have to grow in that areas. We are pretty good in IT, as you know. We also are good into maintenance of aircrafts. Next comes manufacturing of metals and avionics. We have to put a lot of effort into composites, assembly facilities. So coming to the industry, what are the advantages and disadvantages of supplying to international aerospace? Coming to the advantages, there's long-term contracts and agreements. Basically, once you get an order, you are rest assured that you'll have at least 5 to 10 years of orders. It's not that you get an order and it goes to the next guy because he's L1. There's a clear visibility and forecast of orders. Because this is a long market, you get good clear indications on the orders, and you can plan your raw materials, machines, etc. There are lesser market fluctuations. The supply chain is pretty matured, so you can clearly understand where you're going. It's very professional in approach, and on-time payments. Most of these customers, they pay on time. So these are the advantages when it comes to international aerospace. Disadvantages, it has a long gestation period. Once you get a sample, till you deliver, it can range between 6 months to 2 years. So you have to have patience, deep pockets. Stringent quality requirements, you have to follow very strict quality standards, and product liability. I mean, you have to ensure that you deliver good product. Coming to India, what are the advantages we have? What are the growth drivers so that these people, the international aerospace companies, are coming to India? We have a huge demand in terms of aircrafts in India. Indigo, SpiceJet, a lot of these small carriers are placing more and more orders. The offset policy is helping us. They want orders to be given to India, manufactured in India. We have good cost advantage in terms of labor. There's a huge talent base and IT competitiveness. Coming to challenges, coming to technology, we are not yet there. We have to learn a little more. Raw material is not available in India all the times in terms of international aerospace. We have to import most of the raw material. Funding, our interest rates are pretty high. Certification process, it's pretty tedious. Skill availability, we do have talent, but we have to train them to get correct skills. And quality issues. Perception of international aerospace customers is that India still have to put in a lot of effort to get that quality. I mean, we do have this Chalta hai attitude, which has to change. So with my experience, I've put in this slide what are the key requirements any international aerospace customer looks at. So the prime most important is the quality. We have to ensure there are zero escapes because life of people is in our hands. For any company to supply to international aerospace customer, quality culture is the most important. You have to put a lot of effort to put in investment in total quality management, training your people, technology and talent pool. For each and every part, traceability is a must, starting from raw material till you deliver. You have to ensure each and every part is put a number. Coming to the best manufacturing practices, we'll have to go look at different industries and then learn from them and put investment into it. Transparency and effective communication. Most of the customers look at what is going on in the company very clearly. I mean, in India, what happens is we put a lot of effort, we have the right intention to do the part. There is a delivery date. Till 2 days before, we struggle, and we end up giving a surprise to the customer. This doesn't go well with the international customers, so please be very transparent. If you have a problem, tell them up front. On-time delivery and systematic planning. You have to have a good ERP at your place that helps you plan ahead because you'll have a good clear forecast, so plan ahead and deliver on time. Clean and organized shop floor, this is very important. I mean, I've seen in a newspaper one day when they said, Indian standard when it comes to cleanliness is much lower. I think this should be changed. I mean, normally an example is given to Japanese standards. At one day we should give, they should give an example of Indian standards. Thorough first article review and implementation. I mean, we put a lot of effort into getting a job done, but we don't document it. I mean, it's very important we put everything on paper, create process plans, do FMEAs, and then do it right the first time. Safety first. I mean, a lot of international customers look at safety as a prime importance. We have to implement health and safety requirements into our shops, get consultants where they can help us reach the international standards. And finally, continuous improvement is always there. We'll have to keep improving every day. So what we have to do to gear up for aerospace manufacturing? First, it's the attitude. We'll have to get the attitude right. We have to feel good about it in terms of supplying to space, defense, and aerospace, because profits, it will automatically follow. Once you do good product, profits will follow. We have to invest in good people, recruit senior people who can help mentor people who are coming out of colleges, train them. The third point is key, because for an SME, capital is very important. I mean, we cannot just put money, buy costly machines. What's important is getting the right product. Once you do right product, you get more orders, and automatically you can buy new machines. So please don't invest on new machines from day one, and keep your cash stuck. And the next point I would definitely suggest is don't try to put all your eggs into different baskets. It's very important you stick to one technology first, grow with that technology, then try to get into new technologies. So this is the last slide. I mean, I know it's difficult after lunch to keep everyone tuned to it. The last slide is more towards for the SMEs to come together the way that we have come together for Samuha, and create a clusters, help each other. That is, we have wide variety of profit centers. We have design, we have electronics, EMS, electromechanical subsystems, CNC machining, special process. One cannot invest in everything. So try to help each other, try to create a clusters, and then we can help do bigger parts, complex parts, and we can create an aircraft for ourselves sometime near future. So please don't think competition is catching up. Opportunity is only opening up. More aerospace companies will come to India and take this opportunity and move forward. Thank you.